Hey y'all, so I wanted to come to you guys and talk about this, and it's going to sound a little unconventional because I'm the hairstylist. You should not be the cool client. So I'm going to explain to you what that means first and why it's very counterproductive for the client. The cool client is a client that's like flexible, they're understanding, they're like, oh no, that's fine if you need to move me, it's okay, like I don't mind, yada yada yada. That's the client where if someone's running late, they know like, oh yeah, that client's not gonna trip, whatever, right? And while you think that you are doing the service provider a service, you are doing yourself a great disservice. That's not to say that things don't happen. Excuse me, I'm itchy. That's not to say that things don't happen and that you shouldn't be understanding to your service provider. But if it's a consistent thing, don't be so cool. So I'll give you guys an example of what I was talking about with him. He has locks. And he's had from the same person that started his locks is the same person that maintains his locks. She has over time, life has happened. She's had babies. She's, moved locations, whatever. And he's been extremely understanding during those circumstances. The only time that he has not gone to her is when she was on maternity leave or if something happened and he just could not get in with her. But otherwise, he always goes to her. So what I've noticed, I want to say over the past like year and a half, is that every time he books an appointment, he's never being seen on either at that appointment time or even on that day. And just like we as service providers believe that, people don't know what it takes for us to get here and then somebody flakes. Okay, well, you don't know what your client has to do in order to come and see you. Right? So in his case, we have 4 children. He's only off on the weekends. I work on Sundays. So Saturday is his only day where he can do his self-care for himself. That's when he schedules like his lock retwist and his cut. That's when he gets his hairline, cleaned up. He gets his nice shave. He goes and does whatever he does to take care of him. That's his day to do so. Right? So he may book the first appointment she has. Let's say that she has a 10 o'clock appointment. He'll book that 10 o'clock appointment, and then she's texting him at 9 when he's getting ready to leave the house, talking about, oh, I'm so sorry, can I push you back? And, him being him, he's just like, oh, yeah, sure, fine, no problem. Like, what time you want me there? Then she'll give him a different time. And then sometimes, she won't even answer him right away, and then she'll respond, like, way later in the evening and then say something like, oh, well, can you come on Monday? Well, the problem with Monday is now after he's secured, or maybe sometimes it's the next day, so we'll go back. Let's just say that it's Sunday. Well, because I work on Sunday, now he has to secure childcare. And our family members that watch our children, they live 30 minutes away from us. So now he's driving 30 minutes to go and drop our kids off, to drive another like 30, 45 minutes to go get his hair done closer to our house. Whereas it could have been a 10-minute trip because you've rescheduled something for the next day. Then there's times where she'll ask him, oh, can you come on a Monday? Well, the problem with Monday is he works on Monday. So now he's missing out on money to spend money with you because you could not hold your appointment time. Do you get what I'm getting at, you guys? Like, and I know that this is a theme, and this, even like with my own clients, especially clients that come to me from someone else, that is a complaint that they have, is that, they will book things and they'll schedule things, and then these things are getting moved around. And it's like, yes, clients are flexible. Yes, clients are understanding. But at the same time, it's like, if I booked you for this date and time, that's because I needed you for this date and time. If I needed you for that Monday, I would have booked Monday. You guys get what I mean? Like, I don't think that a lot of the time clients are being inconsiderate. I think a lot of the time what is happening is they're truly being inconvenienced and they don't want to offend the service provider, or they don't want to sever that relationship. But it's like, sometimes we need to be a little bit more considerate ourselves, right? And this is speaking from experience. I had this conversation with another client. I was that toxic hairstylist. I was that hairstylist that would take advantage of the fact that I had a client that didn't mind. But at the end of the day, like, that still affects them. Even if they say that it doesn't, or even if they say that it does, they don't mind, that affects them. And another thing that a lot of service providers don't realize is that we expect our clients to look at us like human beings, and we expect our clients to be flexible, and we expect our clients to be understanding. But if you're consistently doing it, when you finally have something that's important enough that you really do need to move your schedule around, while they may be understanding, you don't know. That might be the straw that broke the camel's back because of everything that they have going on. It's like, damn, I'm getting married in 2 days and you're rescheduling me. Like, what am I supposed to do? Or my prom is this, or whatever the case is. And it's like, we are there. We are there for the most important experiences of their lives. And you just don't want to be the one to kind of ruin that. You know, like, so for myself, I always say, now that I've done better, now that I'm learning, I'm always in a place to improve myself and improve my client's experience, right? So for me, it's like, you know, I pride myself on being the hairstylist that you guys can plan your big life events around. You know, and I also make sure that if there is something that I have to reschedule you for, that it's far enough in advance. Granted, like, you can't control like deaths in the family and things like that. And I always say for myself, like, I tend to work through my pain. That's my way of dealing with what I have going on. So maybe that's why I show up so much. But if something was to really go wrong, let's say one of my kids were sick and I really, like, you know, it was something where I needed to take a kid to a hospital, or when I had COVID, something like that, they're more understanding because, oh, she never canceled. So there's something really serious going on right here. You get what I mean? So that was just my little TED talk for the day. But, you know, clients, it's okay to say, hey, I had this going on. I really can't reschedule for this and this day. And if the person gives you flack for that, that's just not the service provider for you. You know what I mean? Like, I always say, there's two sides of the coin. So we have to figure out what does and does not work for us. Talk to y'all later.